Hello, and welcome to another episode of The Outer Worlds. Last time, our escape pod crashed on Captain Hawthorne. We found his ship, the Unreliable, met the artificial intelligence on the ship named Ada, and she directed us to the town of Edgewater, where we're supposed to look for some part to make the ship fly. And so we have to go find the town leader, talk to him about finding that part. So let's see what we find in the town along the way.
Have your rations yet?
Yep, 2 whole.
Hello there.
Somebody's been running around town raving about a colony ship. Plague must have gone into their brain matter.
Well, that was me, but what do you do here?
Oh, I'm an actuary. That means I keep tabs on a worker's living expenses. How much it costs to feed, clothe, shelter, bury, and replace your average human worker. Technically, I'm employed by the Spacer's Choice Department of Human Resources.
How exciting. I'll leave you be.
Friend of mine died a couple weeks back. Still ain't past it.
I know how you feel.
Constable.
Welcome to the Spacer's Choice Constabulary. We are Halcyon's leading brand in frontier justice. The office is writing up promotion. Purchase 3 criminal investigations and the 4th one's free.
I've got some questions for you if you don't mind.
As long as your questions fall within the acceptable margins of curiosity.
Does the name Phineas Wells mean anything to you?
His likeness decorates many a wanted poster. Do you have any relevant information about this individual?
Let's not say anything about that. Never mind. I think she
Interesting jumpsuit you've got. And by interesting, I mean suspiciously reminiscent of contraband.
Oh, great. I'm looking for work.
Know how to carry yourself in a fight? I've got bounties out for these 3 marauders. Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just 1 per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint roller.
Doc Maybell. That sounds familiar. I don't think these are marauders. But we'll see. Where did that go? There it is. If they are actually marauders, do that for some bits. But, I doubt it. They're probably dissenters, or deserters, or whatever. Bounty records. Open bounties. Oh, here's some info on them. Wanted. Guillaume Gil Antrim. I think that's French. So I probably mispronounced it. Background. Former Spacer's Choice Associate Mechanic. Terminated from his position. Constable's Memorandum. The Spacer's Choice Department of Retirement, Termination, and Restitution has filed a writ of execution for whoever, effective immediately. Some of you may remember Gil Antrim from his days in the cannery. Please be advised that Spacer's Choice no longer recognizes Mr. Antrim as a member of its valued family. Spacer's Choice advises its workers in good standing to remain in good standing by disabusing themselves of any sympathy, allegiance, or memory toward Mr. Antrim. Generous bounty, payment on delivery. Must be able to sign your own name. See Constable Reyes for details. That's no information about what he did. So I have a feeling he didn't do anything bad. Let's check the next one. Doc Maybell. Wanted, Doc Maybell Burgess. Background, former Space's Choice physician, abandoned her duties and disappeared from Edgewater. Disappeared from Edgewater. Was not seen acting as a marauder. See, I don't think these are actual marauders. A bunch of boring nonsense about Spacer's Choice and how great they are. 3 counts of larceny. 2 for each parcel oh, she took meds with her on her way out. Okay. Bertie Cotton. Former vicar acting on behalf of the Order of Scientific Inquiry, stationed to the Edgewater Vicarage, suffered psychological breakdown upon showing symptoms of plague. At large and dangerous. Again, doesn't sound like he's an actual marauder. Vicar Cotton's sermons are considered defunct and obsolete. Spacer's Choice advises purging them from your memory with the help of Zero-G. Oh, drink the memories away. It's a great solution. I have a feeling I will not be completing this quest.
Wish we had some better
Leaving
rations.
the door open.
Don't let the boss catch you saying that.
Maintenance workshop. Some guards.
Hey, you hear about Wilson?
Heard Marauders got in.
Just between us, Wilson deserted. Lost his nerve. Ran off in the thick of night.
You kidding me? Damn. Always thought he was made of sterner stuff.
I think he was plagued. Guess he didn't want to die in the sick house.
Oof.
Plagued? Ah, shit. I had some of his salt tuna.
You moron.
Oh, the guards are lovely. Check out the cannery. Let's see what's... Oh, there's a computer. Logs. The Edgewater Saltuna Canning Factory strictly adheres to Spacer's Choice standards of health and safety. Notice, schedule your sick leave with your Spacer's Choice foreman and/or supervisor. Be considerate toward other members of the Spacer's Choice family. Allow 2 to 4 weeks to process and approve your scheduled sick leave. That doesn't make any sense. Lost hours must be compensated to the company. See Reed if you're having trouble paying for your sick leave. We'll try to arrange wage deductions instead. Oof. Remember, work invigorates the spirit. Sickness in the body reflects sickness in the mind and sickness in the character. If you find yourself falling ill, it may be time to schedule a meeting with our local vicar. Wonderful. Let's check out the side doors before the main objective. Take a peek around this cannery. Vending machines. Vending machines offer a variety of items to purchase, mostly from one company. Hack skill of 20 or higher allows you to sell items, which I have. Restricted items on a vendor can only be purchased when you have high enough reputation with the associated faction, or a hack skill of 40 or higher. Okay. Pretty sure I don't want to buy anything from here because they don't give any discount. The vendors give a discount based on how much they like you or whatever, and they at least like you enough to give you some discount at first. But let's just see what they have. Nothing exciting. Mods though. What? Can't get this one. Swing noise. Interesting. It's a silencer for melee weapons. That jingle. It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice. Where's everybody? It's like this town is full of plague or something. There's someone. Hello there, Phyllis Granger.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
I'm guessing you're the foreman.
Foreman Granger. Mind those words don't come out of your mouth unless preceded by yes or right away or thank you.
I'll let you get back to work. Another terminal. Messages. Phyllis Granger's terminal. From R. Thompson. Learned from the bartender. That's the guy who's in charge around here. From R. Thompson to P. Granger. Subject. Medical treatment. Phyllis, owing to your hard work and positive attitude, I have sanctioned your access to medical treatment in the event of contagion. As you know, the company has not provided us with enough medicine to treat every worker. I wish I could treat every member of the Spacer's Choice family who fell ill to this plague, but I cannot. Medical privileges are strictly merit-based. Please do not, under any circumstances, distribute your ration of medicine to any other workers. We are all in this together. Yeah, right. He just said you can't give it to everyone. Personal files. Oh. Well, she wasn't in the room, so... Password Tenderfoot. That's what she called me just a moment ago when she thought it was a new employee. Personal files, last entry. Theodore buried last night. Reed asks me not to report his death in our quarterlies. Sounds fair to me. Was asked to prepare a statement or something for the other workers. Been thinking about it. Don't know what to tell them. Don't end up like Theodore. Do your work, show up, wear a smile, and you'll get your medical privileges. It's a start? Wow. Ooh, she's got an assault rifle in there. Company notifications. From the office of Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. Symptoms of infection have now reached a critical mass. I have instructed our staff to transform the old domicile into a sick house. Plague is a reality of life on the frontier. And as spacers, we are expected to face up to reality. And the reality is that we do not carry enough medicine to treat all of you. Medical treatment is a privilege, not a right. We must strive every day to demonstrate our worthiness of that privilege. If you find yourself suffering from the symptoms of incipient plague, the best thing you can do for yourself and for your family is to don your jumpers and come to work. Work fortifies the spirit. Physical illness recapitulates spiritual weakness. Come to work and spread the plague to the rest of everyone. That's the solution. Sounds familiar. Alright, let's go upstairs. Meet this R. Thompson. I'm sure he's a swell guy.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The cans bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's, mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
Gross.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up.
What if he did?
I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
What a sleazeball. Are you Reed? I was told I should talk to you.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
I don't work for Spacer's Choice.
Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
My ship needs repairs. I'm looking for a power regulator.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Let me guess. You want me to do something for you before you'll help me.
My proposition benefits the both of us. Please, hear me out. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
When you say mostly abandoned, what do you mean?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
What a surprise! I never would have guessed.
I am not trying to pull one over on you, friend. You were bound to run into them sooner or later. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Why?
Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations.
Would that be such a bad thing if they got shut down for good? All the plague running around? I've seen Edgewater. I don't blame those workers for walking out.
Neither do I. The fault was entirely mine. I pushed them too hard.
You wouldn't give them medicine.
My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
I can't make any promises.
Of course, I understand completely. Here, let me give you the passcode to the geothermal plant. A sign of good faith for so politely listening to me as I ramble on.
You do ramble.
Are you setting off for the Vale? Because I know my way around. I mean, in case you want a guide. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you.
Sure, I could use the company.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Let's get going. Companions. You've gained a companion. They are characters that join you in your adventures and help in a variety of ways. Companions provide combat support. Their skills enhance your skills. They increase your carrying capacity. You can unlock special companion combat abilities with the Inspiration skill. Learn more about your companions in the Companion Ledger. Okay.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
Good plan. I'm sure you have a lot to say about him, and none of which you want him to hear. Let's go.
Hey, mister, can we talk?
Oh, here?
Sorry.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Can we talk? Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's
What
just
are you talking about? Yes, I
Mr.
do.
Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
Figures. Oh. Nice. Since I responded with this, the start of this anyway, let's go with this. Figures. Reed didn't exactly strike me as the most honest soul.
Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes every word he says.
I'm sure he does.
It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
I can't blame anyone for wanting to leave. This town's got issues.
Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but Every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
I suppose it couldn't hurt. We'll stop by.
Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Dad was a smart man. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'll just be a minute.
You had a minute. Next one comes out of your pay.
Ease off the threats, friend. I'm going.
Boss's orders. We all got quotas to make.
You're safer inside the walls.
Nah, this place is dangerous too.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Work fortifies the spirit.
Work fortifies the spirit.
Hey there, Mary. Don't see you round here too often.
Oh, I just came to talk to the vicar is all. None of us are above confessionals.
What have you got to confess? You ain't thinking of deserting, are you?
What? No. And I resent the accusation.
Wasn't nothing but a question. Do excuse me.
I must be on my way. Verity to you. Talking to the good vicar always lifts my spirits.
Work fortifies the spirit.
So much brainwash. Everyone's thinking the same thing.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
You're not bad. You're not good either, but you're not bad. Parvati wanted to talk to you about what Reed asked us to do.
What? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
Cut off the power to Adelaide's deserters.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
What do you think of Adelaide's group, Vicar?
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
Oh man, I don't have enough intelligence for this one. So what do you advise?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Is that even possible?
Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
I've been outside. I'm not impressed. And I can handle myself better than a vicar.
The marauders I met when I ventured outside the walls might agree with you. Bastards snuck up on me while I was dutifully hunting for a banned book in a collector's library. Barely escaped with my life. But you see, one of the reasons I transferred here was to get my hands on that heretical text. If you managed to acquire it for me, I'd pay quite a handsome sum for the book.
Why would a vicar be after a banned heretical book?
I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption.
I'll need to know a little bit more about this book before I can agree to this.
It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M'Bakono handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious? It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this colony could understand its true value, should they ever read it.
I'll look for your book.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Yeah, huh?
You mentioned something earlier that I wanted to ask you about.
You mean about the mission being too clean?
Isn't it supposed to be clean? It's a church.
I know, but Vicar says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vicar sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass.
Then why do you want to talk to him?
The Vicar's about the only soul in the Vale who spends his time thinking on what is and ain't right. It's just that when he looks at me, I feel I'd disappoint him.
Let's get back to it. Oh, I missed the shop. There's a shop over here. General store.
Wonder if the plague's ever gonna pass.
Nope, Corona's gonna kill us all.
I'm not allowed in here. Oh. Not since the vending machine incident.
Vending machine accident.
Got my eye on you, girl. Miss Holcomb ain't allowed in this establishment. Not since that little incident.
What incident?
Ask her if you care. I'm running a business here.
I won't touch anything while we're in here, Mr. Moreau. I promise.
I've got some questions for you.
Go right ahead.
So, about this plague that's supposed to be going around.
Plague? I don't know anything about a plague. We are the very picture of hot-blooded physical vigor.
Oh, really? Is there a reason you feel like you have to hide what's going on?
You have got the wrong idea about me. I've got nothing that needs hiding. Some of us who get sick are liable to exaggerate the conditions of that sickness, but the fact is, if you work hard, you have got no cause to worry.
That doesn't make any sense.
Spend enough time in the Spacer's Choice family, and you will come to understand. Medical treatment is commensurate with our value to society. Spacer's Choice will dispense medicine for the indispensable worker. Natural selection at work.
Oh, jeez. And if you don't work hard enough?
Then the hand of medical science will not grace you with its touch, and you must recover on the virtue of your own grit. Listen, you mind if we talk about something else? Rambling about company policy gets me feeling all lightheaded.
Let me see what you're selling.
Music to my ears.
I should probably sell you all of my stuff. Your merchant skill is equal to the value of your best dialogue skill, and is used to negotiate prices when buying and selling from vendors. 2%? Oh, man. Oh well, it's better than nothing. We have a bunch of... Oh, I'd probably rather break this stuff down, though. Oh, I'm in buy. I did break it all down, haha. Oh, that is lie. I might get better prices. What do you have? Maxwell. Some kind of special weapon, I think, because the glowy sides... I don't use melee, who cares? There's another pristine light pistol. Do you have like a sniper rifle? No. How much money do I have? 98 bits. Wait. No, I only have 39. Oh, can't afford anything. Alright, whatever, we just started playing. Broken vending machine.
Where are we headed? You mean why I'm not allowed in the store anymore?
There seems to be a story there.
There was a kind of a thing with a vending machine when I was 12.
You were a kid, that must have been forever ago.
Sure, but folks got long memories around here. I've always been good with my hands, right? So I saw a lock on the machine and thought, oh, this must be how they refill it. But I had to know. So I did my thing, and next thing I know, there's a couple hundred bottles of Zero G rolling out the front door and into the road.
Chuckle.
It's not funny. Right about then, a bunch of loaders came rolling in the gate, fresh off the Saltuna ships. And Mr. Thompson was up on the porch making a speech about how everyone would have to volunteer a third shift to get it all canned. Anyhow, you ever seen an auto loader run over a bottle of Zero G?
Go on.
Exploded all over Mr. Thompson. One bottle after another as the loaders went by. I was just shy of working age, so Dad had to pay all the damages. Rose still angry at me. I can laugh about it now, but I just about puked up my guts in terror in the moment.
Ooh.
That's the one time I ever made Mr. Thompson look a fool.
Let's get back to it. Okay. I think that about does it for the town of Edgewater until we go see about the deserters. Pretty. Alright, next time we will go find the deserters and see about their power. Thank you for watching.